Good morning, everyone. We are from Group Big Five. Today, we are going to present CMB Bank versus Citibank. This is the table of contents of our presentation. First, introduction. Second, external analysis. Third, internal analysis. Fourth, strategy analysis and choice. Fifth, strategy implementation. Sixth, conclusion. So now I'm going to present the introduction. History and background of CMB. CMB, or formerly known as Pertanian Paring Sanwa Multinational Bank (PBSM), was established in 1974, established in Kuala Lumpur, and launched by Prime Minister Tun Abdul Razak Husin. In 1987, Bank of Commerce successfully listed on Bursa Malaysia, and in 2003, CMB Berhad also listed on Bursa Malaysia. CMB has full-fledged consumer banking services across its main operating markets in Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, Thailand, Cambodia, and Philippines. The divisions which comprise consumer banking are consumer sales and distribution. The wholesale banking business comprises two divisions, which are investment banking and corporate banking, treasury, and markets. Next, history and background of Citibank. Diversified Financial Service Holding Company, formerly divided into Citicorp and Citi Holdings, which is headquartered in New York City. Largest banking enterprise in the world based on geographic coverage with operations in 160 nations and over 16,000 offices worldwide with 251,000 full-time employees. World largest credit card issuer with over 900 million retail accounts with various well-known brands. Founded by Samuel Osgood, who served as the nation's first Postmaster General as well as a soldier and legislator, and is associated with the founding fathers of the United States. First American bank to surpass 1 billion in assets, and eventually became the largest bank in the world in 1929. Next, the main issues for CMB: mission statement, technology, competition, and law and regulation. Next, main issues for Citibank: strategy plan, organizational structure, vision and mission statements issue.
I am CHUAN A167905. This is PESTEL analysis. P is political factor. Bank Negara Malaysia is responsible for regulating the law and regulation for all the banking institutions in their own country, like CMB and Citibank. For example, Anti-Money Laundering Act 2001 and Insurance Act 1996. E stands for economic factor, is directly related to the profitable growth of financial institution. If the unemployment rate is increased, the percent of non-performing loan will be increased, and it will become a bigger problem for the CMB Bank and Citibank because people could not pay the loan interest or the principal. S stands for social factor. CMB Bank and Citibank are also spread over several society and culture. From one market to another, the image of the same business can differ and the acceptance level for each product and service too. T stands for technological factor. CMB Bank and Citibank has also made a fast move toward the digitalization, like the online banking app. For CMB Bank is CMB Clip, while the Citibank is Citi Mobile App. Next is environmental factor. CMB Bank and Citibank is also a financial brand committed to sustainability. L stands for legal factor. CMB Bank and Citibank has to pay a special attention to comply with the legal factor. Political factor do cross over the legal factor. However, the key difference is that political factors are led by government policy, then the legal factor must be complied with it. According to 5 force model analysis related to the CIMB Bank and Citibank, rivalry among existing competitors is high because the financial service offered by CIMB Bank and Citibank are similar compared to their competitor. Trade of new entrants is low because there is a barrier of government regulatory policy for the financial institution. Trade of substitute product or the service is high because there are many similar financial instruments that appear in the market. Bargaining power of supplier is low because Bank Negara Malaysia is set the interest rate, exchange rate, and the financial guideline. Bargaining power of buyer is high because customer can do a comparative study between bank in Malaysia and choose the cheaper charges being imposed. According to the CPM analysis, Citibank stands as the strongest lead company in financial industry with the higher weighted score record of 3.02. The weighted score record for CIMB Bank is 2.76. In conclusion, CIMB Bank will have a better decision-making process in their strategy on where to protect and where to improve by referring to the CPM analysis. This table shows the EFE metric for the CIMB Bank. The total weighted score is 3.2. This table shows the EFE metric for Citibank. The total weighted is 2.75. The average total weighted score is 2.5. According to the total weighted score in EFE metric for CIMB Bank and Citibank, which is above the average total weighted score. The score indicates that the strategies are well designed to meet the opportunity and defend against trade.
My name is Jim Ray with metric number A169714, and I will continue with the internal analysis. So for mission analysis, there are 9 mission statement components that are significant for a mission to be effective, and it is important to include most if not all of the components. And this is the mission statement of CIMB Bank, and the table shows the mission statements component used for CIMB Bank in their mission statements. And we found that CIMB Bank lacks of the advanced technology for better global access and concerns for employees. And the overall percentage of mission statements components used is 77.78%. So this is the mission statements of Citigroup, and in our analysis, we found that Citigroup only lacks the usage of advanced technology for the better access worldwide. And the overall percentage of the mission statements component used is 88.89%. So in our analysis, it shows that the mission statement of Citigroup is better than CIMB Bank because it covers more mission statements component compared to CIMB Bank. So next is the McKinsey 7S analysis that consists of 7 key elements. First, strategy is a plan developed by a firms to achieve sustained competitive advantage and successfully compete in the market. CIMB Bank and Citigroup have taken some actions to improve the company's financial status. Examples for CIMB banks are delivering sustainable financial returns, disciplined executions, and the purpose-driven organizations. While Citigroup had resolved a significant portion of its mortgage litigations and successfully reduced the annual loss by half. And to remove Citigroup's exposure to its US subprime lending unit, the group has close to completely spinning off YUAN Financial. The second one structure shows how and what the organization chart seems. And CIMB Bank and Citigroup are operating from a hybrid and complex organizational structures. And the highest level in the hierarchy within the organization in CIMB Bank and Citigroup is the group CEO. So the third one is systems are the process and procedures of the company which reveal the business daily activities and how to make decisions. In CIMB Bank and Citigroup offer a wide range of financial services that includes investment and insurance products and services that can help customers to work towards achieving their investing goals. And CIMB Bank has created CIMB Click through online for their customers, while for Citigroup, the business activities of Citicorp are global consumer banking, securities and banking, and transaction service. And the fourth one, skills are the abilities that a company's employees performs. It also includes the weakness, capabilities, and competencies of the companies. And the strengths of the CIMB Bank is the 5th largest financial service provider, while the weakness is only exists in the Asian countries. And the strength for Citigroup is having a well-built financial and operational performance, while the weakness is too dependent on the North American markets and embroiled in scandals and frauds. Next, staff is concerned with what type and how many employees. In CIMB Bank, there are 33,000 staff in 11 Asian countries, while Citigroup have 223,400 colleagues in nearly 100 countries. 6 is the style of the leadership adopted in the organizations. In CIMB Bank and Citigroup is a top-down leadership styles. And the last one, shared value, is the norm and standard that guide employees' behavior and company actions. In CIMB Bank, there are clear and strong vision statements and mission statements, while Citigroup only have the mission statement but does not have a vision statement. This is the IFE matrix of CIMB Bank, and the total weighted score is 2.9. While this is the IFE matrix of Citigroup, and the total weighted score is 2.99. So the both IFE matrix is above the average of 2.5, and it shows that Citigroup is better than CIMB Bank.
Good day, doctors and everyone here. I'm Lai, and I will be continuing for the strategic analysis and choices. First of all, this is the SWOT metric. What is SWOT metric? SWOT metric is an essential matching tools that develop the 4 kinds of strategies. There's SO, strength opportunity, WO, weakness opportunity, ST, strength, threats, and WT, weakness, threat. So in this CIMB, we have seen the strength opportunity for CIMB is getting more optimistic for SME banking and cross-selling. It also provides online services and that are suitable by customer preferences, whereby COVID-19 situations and per transaction without cash. Next, what is the weakness opportunity? It is to create new visions for the set that create a new image in industry banking. Besides, it is also making analysis on the market's interest rate. Furthermore, the strength threat is came out with better banking apps and websites. As we know, there's many cyber security issues happening nowadays. And next is getting more customers that are using their services to gain more revenue. Lastly, for CIMB, weakness threat is organize different business segments, increase investment activities to gain more return in cash, and to gain trust in business among investors. For Citibank, the strength opportunity is create social media such as Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and such on to give them latest informations, and declare loyalty customer as the membership clubs that gives them some benefit for the services. How about for the weakness opportunities? Weakness opportunity is the restructure organization of global consumer segment and to create a new vision for the set as an image in the industry banking. This is same as the CIMB Bank. Yes. For the threat, come out with new promotion related to their services and getting more customers that are using their services to gain more revenue. And lastly, for the weakness threat, increase the investment activity to gain more return in order to gain trust in business among investors, and restructuring for employees to reduce the salary cost so that the revenue will be increased. Next, the Boston Consulting Group Growth Share Matrix is a planning tool that uses graphical represent of a company, product, and services in effort to help the company to decide what shall it keep, what shall it sell, or what shall it invest more on it. So, in this case, we will present the global consumer banking, as this is cover the more revenue at here compared to other segments. So, global consumer banking has the largest income compared to the other segments, and it represents the organization best long-run opportunity for growth and profitability. And this global consumer banking has 4 on star positions. So what to do in star positions? Market penetrations. To avoid trade from both bank competitors, market objective was to set certain image perception through advertising. Product development. Existing product or services that give more value added, which give improved current product and services. Examples, the credit monitoring alerts. And last one, market development. Bank can expand their existing product or services by moving to a new marketplaces. My team also do analysis for Grammetric for CIMB and Citibank. and both of them are falls on quadrant 1. So what is quadrant meaning? Quadrant meaning that they are all in excellent strategic positions and with a firm's strong competitive base and operating in fast-moving growth market. Such firms of decision are better to adopt and pursue strategies such as market development, market penetration, product development, and examples. The idea behind is to focus and make the current competitive base stronger. In case such firm possesses readily available resources, they can move off integration strategies but should never be at the cost of diverting attention from the current strong competitive base.
Next, I'm going to present strategy implementation. Next, QSPM matrix of CIMB Bank and Citibank. For CIMB Bank, shift focus to other regions outside Asian countries which have higher growth to increase net income. The total QSPM matrix is 2.93. Overcome the technology issues that involve cyber and security attack on online platform. Total QSPM matrix is 3.12. For Citibank, develop consumer banking application. Total QSPM matrix is 2.93. Emphasize on the current market with new promotional activities and advertisement. Total QSPM matrix is 2.93. Next, this is the recommended strategy for CIMB Bank. First, upgrade the cybersecurity and technologies. They should invest more in their technologies and cybersecurity. They should do something with their advanced technologies to ensure the user and client can trust to use their services. They can assign new expertise and build one cybersecurity team to overcome then cybersecurity issues and their online application issues. Second, develop new competitive strategy. Evolve to meet this new competition and transition its customer base from stratified to loyal. Try to lead this stiff competition by providing low interest to the users. Next, this is the recommended strategy for Citibank. First, develop vision statement. A vision statement is important for a company and is used to describe the future state of the company. Communicates the purpose of the organization to the employees and other stakeholders and provides them with the inspiration to achieve the purpose. Second, reorganize Citi's structure. There needs a comprehensive reorganization structure to achieve greater client focus and connectivity, global product excellence, and clear accountability. Third, creating a responsible corporate culture and ensuring compliance by focusing on integrity. Create a responsible corporate culture where the key should not be the mentality of maximizing profits at all costs, but the banking industry ethical social function with reasonable economic profits and social benefits. Next, this is the suggestion of policy for Citibank and CIMB Bank. They should have complaints and suggestions for improvement policy. The board and all levels of management and workforce at CIMB Bank and Citibank have a responsibility to understand this policy and actively observe the guiding principles. They should make improvement to their customer to ensure CIMB Bank and Citibank provides a good service. Apply for team performance review to ensure all level management and workforce are motivated to work. Provide good service and make a good decision when their team is always motivated to give performance to the company. Next, action to be executed. In order to resolve the unethical issue of Citibank and CIMB, they are recommended to create a responsible corporate culture where the key should not be the mentality of maximizing profit at all costs, but the banking industry ethical social function with reasonable economic profits and social benefits. Having well established and suitably applied codes of conduct and other means of self-regulation can help. The focus should be on a shared mentality of integrity that goes beyond more compliance. This will prevent the common attitude of saying one thing, we comply, and doing another based on a lack of ethical integrity.
As a conclusion, each company should see the competitive strategies and intensities to improve their companies. As in CMB, it could be better if it switched the regions to out of Asians to expand their markets and get higher growth and increase their net income. This can help CMB to sustain itself longer in this industry worldwide. Meanwhile, for CEP Bank should develop a visual statement. This is as a guideline for the company future states to communicate the purpose of an organization to the employees and other stakeholders. Lastly, both banks should resolve the unethical issues to create a responsible corporate culture where they should emphasize the banking industry ethical social function with reasonable economic profit and social benefits. That's all from my teams. Thank you so much.